Kelly Ripa and Anderson Cooper.
Thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. February 27th, 2009. Regis has the day off. Anderson Cooper is filling in day 2 of Anderson Cooper. Day 2.
Thank you very much.
We love having you here.
I love being here.
And I love tuning into AC 360 last night to see a clip of myself on your show.
Yeah. I put together a little...
a montage.
A montage, a recounting of my defeat yesterday.
A recounting of your second
My
defeat.
second, yes.
That's right. So Anderson, as we know, is a news journalist, well-respected, learned fellow who covers wars and famines and deforestations across this great planet of ours. But twice now, a little soap star from New Jersey beat him in a germ trivia contest and a contest on Donald Trump.
Well, okay, first of all, I tied you on the Donald Trump competition. Oh, actually, I didn't. In the
We
end,
tied, and then in the end, I pulled away with a thrilling victory and left you once again wondering what happened.
I overthink these things.
You
well,
really do
The first
overthink.
quiz was just completely ridiculous. That germ quiz. I don't know if anyone here saw it, but I mean, it was. I still just refuse to believe that a woman's hands are dirtier than a dog's paws.
A woman's hands. Think about what women's hands touch.
What? They're not.
We touch you, men.
They're not walking down the street on their hands, like stepping in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but
I don't understand it. Licking themselves? Come on.
No, we're not. We're not licking ourselves, but you've never been in a public woman's bathroom, and if you go into a woman's bathroom, it tells a story about how dirty us lady folks can be.
Really?
And we're all laughing here, but we all know it's true.
Really?
It's our shameful, dirty little secret.
Is that why there's always such a long line outside the ladies?
That's right, because we're all going, oh, I couldn't possibly. Well, okay. It's so gross.
Oh, yeah.
But what I did notice in the clip is that I wore the same shirt for both competitions.
You know what? When I saw the shirt on you yesterday, I said, "Oh, you're recycling. That's great. That's okay." I didn't want to say anything, but then I noticed it too.
Well, I was like, heads will roll at work. But then I realized that is my lucky Beat Anderson Cooper quiz shirt.
That's true. That's where that is.
So every time you're here, I'm going to wear that shirt.
Okay, there you go.
But it was kind of, it was a little sad the way you were. I thought
I was so invested.
You were a little whiny and complainy that I beat you on your show. It was a little wah.
Well, I am a Jeopardy champion, so I expected to at least, be able to win the germ quiz.
But the problem is...
Did I mention I'm a Jeopardy champion?
Yes. Several times. Right. But when you are a Jeopardy champion...
the dumbed-down Celebrity Jeopardy.
When you're a Jeopardy champion, you have to think about your answers. On our show, thinking should never be involved. You should think last. Do everything, let your instincts take over and think last.
I'll keep that in mind. Did you watch American Idol last night?
I did watch American Idol.
These are the three people who I guess got to stay on, got voted.
Yes.
The three.
Yeah. That girl in the middle with the red hair is something else.
Yeah, Allison Iraheta is her name. I just refer to her as the girl with the red hair.
Yeah,
but she's great. She's 16 years old.
Yes, incredible.
She's exciting.
And this guy Adam is also extraordinary. I don't know if you saw his performance.
I did, yeah.
Like they were saying, I really agree with the critique.
He screams a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, he's good, but it seems like there's a lot of screaming going on.
He screams in key, though. You gotta hand it to him. He really has like a very...
And there's a whole hair system going on with him. I'm trying to figure that out. And is that her, the 16-year-old, that red hair, is that real or is that a wig? What?
I don't know. But I think it's probably, I would say, some extensions.
Some extensions, okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, it seems,
Because it seems like there's one length and then a secondary length.
Oh, really? That's the sign? That's how you tell?
That's how I tell.
All right.
I don't really know, but I think that there could be something clipped in there.
So you know that President Obama and his family had been searching for a dog for a long time. They've been looking for a dog, and they've now settled on a Portuguese water dog. Yes, and apparently this is what a Portuguese water dog looks like. Yes, they're very cute.
So great. You can't see the dog's eyes.
Right, yes. And I guess there's an article with Michelle Obama gives an interview to People magazine this week, and they talk about some of the names that they have rejected. The name they rejected that I liked the most was Moose. I like that. I think Moose for a dog would be kind of cool.
I bet they'll name the dog Cooper or Anderson Cooper or AC360. People name their dogs after him all over the place.
I probably told the story once before, but someone told me that they named their dog after me, and they sent me the email, and it was on one of those attachments. And so I'm thinking, it's going to be like a Doberman or something cool, and I clicked on it, and it was a little Shih Tzu with, like, a red ribbon in its hair.
That's what we have.
I know, and I mean, Shih Tzus are great dogs, but I was like, that's what you think of when you think of me? I was like, man,
when I look at you, I see a greyhound.
Oh, yeah? Great. Like something thin, shaking, and scared looking?
Thin, shaking.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I appreciate that.
A dog that's about to answer a question incorrectly. A dog that's like, I know that Donald Trump loves caviar in his pizza. Caviar! Oh, it's meatball? No, I've got to tell you, though, dogs, I mean, you're the president of the United States. You have a full plate. Dogs are a lot of work.
Well, that's why, when I interviewed him 2 weeks ago.
Here we go again, the big sit down. I bet had he known that you lost in a round of Donald Trump trivia,
they never
would have let you pass Secret Service.
That's very true. No, but they were saying that he was saying he's intentionally, they wanted the dog for April because they figured the weather will be better, and then Sasha and Malia will have no excuse not to walk the dog. That if it was winter, the kids would be less likely to want to walk the dog.
Well,
which is very smart, I think.
It is very smart.
Do your kids walk your dog?
No, our dog, we have an outdoor space, and we have a patch of fresh grass that the dog relieves herself on.
So you don't actually walk your dog at all. You just shove your dog out onto your balcony.
No, we don't even shove her onto the balcony. We have a doggy door, and she goes in and out. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
Really great. But here's what happened to us on Valentine's Day. The dog got into my purse and ate a Hershey's Kiss out of my purse. Here's the fascinating thing about my dog, Chewy. Without the use of thumbs, she somehow unwrapped the Hershey's Kiss and ate it. So there's a wrapper on the floor, and we knew how many Hershey's Kisses were in the bag, and so we knew that one was missing.
Why, do you count your Hershey's Kisses?
Yes, and I'll tell you.
I know that your husband's a little retentive, but there's medication to stop this sort of thing.
When you have kids, you count everything. It's like, Joaquin had 3, and Lola had 3, and Michael had 3, and we have to count them, and there was 2 in one bag, and a wrapper on the floor, and the dog was like, this is the best day ever. So I call the Emergency Animal Medical Center.
And for Shih Tzu, Hershey's Kiss is a big amount of chocolate.
It's like eating the Big Mac of chocolate. Right. So the woman says to me, she says, how big is the... She asked me a bunch of questions that I don't know the answer to, because if she had asked me these things about my kids, I would know. But the dog, I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm just going to suggest the next quiz topic, Shih Tzus.
Right, exactly. I would lose. So she says, how big is the dog? And I said, she's a Shih Tzu size. And she said, well, how much does she weigh? And I'm like, I don't know. She weighs like Shih Tzu weight, And she said, well, how long is she? And I'm like, she's longer than our bread box. Okay? So she says, okay, here's what you have to do.
Do you even have a bread box?
I do. I have a bread box. Keeps my bread fresh. I have a bread box. Okay. There, I said it. So she says, you have to give the dog a teaspoonful of hydrogen peroxide and make her vomit.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, is there another way? Sweetie, there's got to be something else we can do. She said, no, that's the only way. She must vomit.
I'd never heard that.
Chocolate is toxic for dogs.
Of course, yeah.
So right away, everything that happens to my dog all leads me back to Michelle Obama, because I know they're on a quest for a dog. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I get for whatever reason, I'm such a mom now that I get a teaspoon and I pour the hydrogen peroxide and I'm like, here, Chewy. And the dog is like, what are you going to do with that spoon? Get me to swallow it with my canine mouth? So I get like a little syringe like for cough syrup and stuff for babies. So I get a teaspoon and I wrestle the dog to the ground. Wrestle her. And she has superhuman dog strength.
Is that right?
She has superhuman dog strength. I pry her mouth open and the hydrogen peroxide, and I clamp her mouth shut, and I take her outside because they said she'll vomit very quickly. It will happen quickly. So I stand outside. It is February 14th. I am freezing, and the dog is looking at me, and she's licking her snout. Lick, lick. She's looking at me, I'm looking at her. We're looking at each other. There's a connection, and I'm like, you're going to vomit. And she's like, no, I'm not. We stare at each other. I wait 20 minutes. I call the lady back. I say, hi, I'm the mom with the Hershey's Kiss and the Shih Tzu. She goes, yes.
Wait, are you calling 911?
I'm calling the emergency medical.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
911. Hi, 911. I know you don't have anything to do. So she said, what you have to do is give her a secondary teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide. And I'm like, okay. Now the dog knows what's coming. She sees me open the cabinet where the peroxide is. She goes missing. You know. So I find her. I wrestle her to the ground. Another thing. Outside we go. She stares at me. I stare at her. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half an hour. We come inside, the two of us. She hates me now. I call the lady. Hi, I've just given my dog now 2 teaspoons of hydrogen peroxide, and she has a Hershey's Kiss in there. Nothing's happened. And the lady says, I guess she's just not going to throw up.
That was it?
I was like, is she going to die? She's like, probably not. Why didn't you tell me that from the beginning? I would have rolled the dice. You know? Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
And she was okay.
And she was fine.
Yeah.
She didn't, it was like the greatest day of her life. She got a Hershey's Kiss and a clean bill of health.
Well, I saw this, there's this article also in the New York Post that a woman who lives apparently around here on the Upper West Side has filed a $500,000 lawsuit because her downstairs neighbor's dog yaps too much. It's a little Chihuahua. So $500,000 for a yapping Chihuahua.
So she doesn't like the noise?
Apparently not.
So funny, there's so much noise in New York that,
you would think, well, a little yapping Chihuahua would be sort of irritating.
I guess after a while it can grow.
Yeah, does your dog bark much?
Only if somebody she doesn't know comes in the house,
right.
and then she pees on their foot.
Oh, that's good. Mark must love that.
Mark is, you know, every day it's a new adventure.
They also found in the New York Times today this article, these 2 dogs, some company works for hotels sniffing out bed bugs, and these 2 dogs are like expert bed bug sniffers. And so they'll come into the hotel, and they found bed bugs in Bibles on the side of the bed. I know, they found them everywhere in hotels.
There's nothing sacred.
I know. And just in case you're wondering, this is what a bed bug looks like. Yes, nice.
I know one mattress bed bugs wouldn't be caught dead in. That's your 40-year-old mattress. Anderson Cooper has the same toddler bed he grew up in and has never gotten rid of to this day.
It seems like buying a mattress is such a huge effort.
It's not a huge effort. You can call that number and they will deliver it to you and remove your old mattress for free.
But then there's like I once went to a mattress store and there's like 1 million mattresses to choose from, and it became so confusing my head hurt and I just left. I mean, there's mattresses that are like soft on top, and then there's hard ones, and I don't know what I like. And then you look like an idiot laying down on the mattress in the store, and people come and take pictures of you. And so then, you know.
Nobody does it that way anymore. Just call the mattress place. Tell them you want a firm mattress. Tell them your name.
How do I know I want a firm mattress?
Because
How do you know
Because you do. You do. You use your mattress to protect you from bullets and shrapnel. You want a firm mattress. I will take you mattress shopping. It's ridiculous.
Really?
I will.
Yeah.
I will take you mattress shopping. It will work. This is how we'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you.
Hi, dial a bed. We need a bed.
I did about, I don't know, 3 years ago. I bought some sheets and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's a big day for me. And I went to the store, to like ABC Carpet and Home, and they have an entire floor of bedding, which I didn't know you need more than just sheets. Now you need bedding. There's a whole system apparently. So I go in there,
right, it's a brand new concept.
and I had allotted like 5 minutes for this. This is back when I had a watch, so that's what I'm doing here. Because I don't have a watch anymore because I lost it. I'm punishing myself by not getting a new one. So I go to this bedding store. It's like a bedding bonanza. I mean, it's more bedding. And again, my head started to hurt as soon as I got there because there's so many choices. And I just went up to a salesperson. I was like, look, I just need the bedding thing, and I need some pillows, and I got to do this quickly. So this woman was very nice and you know, got me pillows and bedding and a comforter, and it was like $6,000. I kid you not. And I was at the counter already paying for it. I had taken out my credit card to pay for it, and the person said $6,000. I let out a little yelp.
Yeah.
I could not believe it.
You put $6,000 sheets on your $10 mattress.
Right, but no, but I mean, how expensive can bedding possibly be? How can it possibly cost that much money? I mean, is this stuff made like laced with gold?
And
these were just like white sheets. I don't understand.
Well,
and I was so embarrassed. I then started being like, well, I don't really need the comforter, and you know, I knocked it down a little.
You started putting things back?
I did. I started putting some things back.
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
It was terribly embarrassing, which is why I
God.
don't buy a mattress, because the same thing would happen.
Well, no, I wouldn't let that happen.
I would be with the mattress, then like trying to return it.
See, you made the mistake of going in. You showed your hand. You were like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need mattresses.
Right, I was just.
I mean, I need sheets. And she was
they saw me a mile away.
you need sheets with a 17,000 thread count. A singular silkworm spun these sheets.
Well, the thing I don't understand about thread count, I don't understand thread count, because I mean, you know, yeah, it's nice, but then there's a million thread count, and then all of a sudden there's a level where they don't even do thread count anymore.
That's right, and that's the level you purchased, and that's why your sheets cost $6,000, Anderson
I guess so,
Cooper.
because then I think at some point I asked, well, how much thread count is in these sheets, and the woman looked at me like I was a moron, like, oh, these are sheets that are beyond thread count, and I didn't quite understand.
That's right.
So this is why I don't shop.
These sheets have no thread. They're made from white truffles. Pigs sniffed out the white truffles that were made by and hand sewn by the pigs themselves.
Yeah.
You can eat these sheets when you're done. You only use them once. I just want to, before we continue on, that Wheel of Fortune is celebrating its 5,000th show today.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
5,000th show. Pat and Vanna, and you know what you should do? You should, since you're the Jeopardy champion, you should go on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you could win yourself a new bed.
Yeah. Do you know who the original host of Wheel of Fortune was? I don't know why I know this.
No, why? Why do you know?
No. Chuck Willery.
Really?
Do you remember who the original letter turner was? I don't know why I know this. Susan Stafford.
Wait.
I don't know how in the world I know this. This is one of the stupid things that just revolves around in my head.
Well, I know one thing. If we asked you it in a trivia question, you'd forget. You'd be like, let me reason this answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a big show this day.
Big, huge show this day. Tom Selleck is here. Jesse Stone, Thin Ice, the 5th installment.
Also, the winner of Top Chef, Hosea Rosenberg, is going to cook for us.
And we will wrap up with a look inside the Regis and Kelly inbox to respond to your questions and your comments and hear about how you got to bed easily and how you could show Anderson how to get to bed easily. So it's time for live snow globe trivia. Go, go!
All right, a go-go.